Welcome to this episode where we embark on a journey into a wild world, a realm seemingly forgotten by the sands of time. Join us as we set out on an extraordinary expedition to explore a remote and deserted island situated off the shores of Australia. This is Hinchinbrook Island in tropical Queensland, Australia's largest island national park. It is wild, remote and covered by pristine tropical rainforest that has been here since the dinosaurs roamed the earth. In the upcoming 4-day adventure, we set out on an expedition to explore the interior of the island and attempt to climb its highest peak. The island is completely uninhabited and visitor numbers are strictly limited. A special permit is actually required to hike or camp on this amazing place. The only way to get there is by boat, so we head out in the early morning to explore the coastline in search for a suitable landing. Now this remote bay is our first destination. This is where we're trying to find a safe anchorage for the boat. Problem is with all these beaches here, they're facing the weather. So all the waves, if there are any wind and waves, they'll crash onto the shore, and it's a very shallow beach. So that makes it very difficult to launch, retrieve or park the boat up for longer. Bigger tides are at night, and at the moment we're at Neves, so yeah, it's a tricky one. But anyway, up there, that's the mountain that we're trying to climb. If everything works well, we will attempt it. At least we will attempt it. Not sure how we're going to make it, but we've got the gear for it. So now we're going to cruise up onto this beach a little bit and just suss it out. Now, the whole island is completely uninhabited. I don't think there is a single building on this island from what I know. The restrictions from the national parks here only allows 40 people to be on the trail that goes across the island there at any time. So we've only seen one boat so far all the way out here. It is super remote and very little people here. There is a tiny town, it's the town we live in, and that's it. There is no other major access to this area. I haven't seen any yachts, I haven't seen anything else other than us and that one other boat. Most fishing boats, they head out to the Great Barrier Reef, which is not too far from here. And we're doing the opposite, we're exploring the land. Just dotted with coconut trees and the rainforest right behind it. Then he's having a look out for rocks, so we're trying to get into this little creek system to see what possibilities we have to secure the boat. It's very shallow. This island boasts one of the world's best multi-day hiking trails that crosses the island from south to north. Unfortunately, we were not able to get a permit for the time it takes to explore the trail, so we planned this expedition around the permits we got. But first we have to find a suitable landing to securely anchor the boat for the time we spent exploring the interior. something else. beautiful as the water looks, swimming is not really healthy for you here, as all the creeks and beaches surrounding the islands are inhabited by some large saltwater crocodiles. It was only recently a fisherman was eaten by a large croc and only the tinny was found floating on the water. You don't see a single sign of anyone ever coming here. No crab pods or anything in these waters. Yeah, it's pretty shallow. We've only got half a metre of water here and we're pretty far into the creek. The reason we're going in at the moment is to see if there is a way to secure the boat and attempt to mountain climb from this side. We have a couple of options to climb that hill, so we're just sussing out all the options. And so we come a fair way in, but it's going to shallow off soon, so I think this option is probably a bit risky. We're risking our life going through these waters, so I don't want to use all the daylight up just exploring the creek. So I could go for another hour or so through this creek, but I think it's not worth the time. And by the way, this one would be the most difficult route to take anyway. We're just going to find another route now. There you can see our mountain there, covered in clouds. So we're going to monitor this for a little bit, but if it stays covered in clouds, it's no point going up there because you won't see anything. Plus it's probably going to be raining up there, and according to the information we have, it's pretty dangerous climbing the cliff faces there when it's wet, because it's very slippery, mossy. So we're just cruising along the beach now and seeing if we can find a place to anchor the boat overnight. Unfortunately, it's too heavy to drag up on the shore and too risky to launch it off this beach. You could, it's risky. So one or two destinations don't look that good. Saw heaps of footprints here, so this must be part of the trail that crosses the island. Oh, there you go, yeah, it is actually. Come across this way. Alright, so we had a sit down and we discussed our options from here on, and we've decided not to attempt to climb the highest peak for a few reasons. Main reason being the weather is a bit iffy. There's a few unknowns that I'm a bit worried about, and attempting it, we'll lose a whole day. We're unsure if we'll make it up there because of the weather, and if we would make it up there, those clouds are thick and they've been up there for a while, so we would summit and all we could show you guys is a bit of cloud coverage, which isn't really what we're after. Got to play it safe in these remote areas. You haven't got a lot of preparation, my GPS has failed, so we're purely relying actually on this. I haven't even had time to print any maps. It was all rush again. So the odds are stacked against us, and we're going to come back. We're going to attempt this one at a later stage with a bit more preparation, because it is 1,200 metres. It is a big hike. Yeah, we have to look out for our safety here. We're not only in croc-infested waters, but we're also on our own here without any major backup. But we do want to have some adventure, so
yeah,
let's beat it. So we're off to find a better anchorage again and then plan the rest of the expedition. For the first time, the peak has revealed itself, giving us a burst of hope, only to see it disappear again 5 minutes later. Finally, we found the little creek to secure our boat and set up camp for the night. Unfortunately, the weather didn't play ball again and it's got really choppy, so we decided to find what we know as a safe anchorage, which is a place called Soy Bay. There's a little creek here, we knew we can get in. It's opposite from the creek we showed you earlier, and these are one of the campsites of the national park where you're legally allowed to camp. You do have to book these sites in advance, so we've got a permit for it. It was a bit of a mission to get, but we do have one. And yeah, we're gonna set up right there.
My mission.
After setting up camp, we went for a short hike to explore the nearby waterfalls and go for an afternoon swim.
Alright, so we finally have a plan of what we're going to do. We're going to break camp this morning and we are going to attempt to walk up to the summit. Now, I'll give myself no false hopes here. It is going to be a tough one and there is a good chance we're not going to make it all the way to Mount Bowen, but that's okay. We're going to take our camping kit and we're going to set up base camp on the foot of the mountain, and then we'll try to get up there tomorrow if we can. So it's going to be a tough one. We're just going to have some breakfast now and then leave, break camp here and head for the trail. So luckily I've got the trail booked in for the day and tomorrow, so we're all sweet on the permit side. Let's just hope the weather plays ball. The mountain is covered in clouds again as yesterday, which is again not a good sign, but I think we'll do it more for the experience to explore rather than to actually having the goal to get up to the mountain itself, which is secondary. Primary focus should be to have fun on the trail and just explore the area, come across some waterfalls maybe, and just have fun.
So we made the decision to try to get as close as we can up to that summit up there, which is covered in clouds again. We're not going to make it to the main peak itself, but there is a little one before that, which is just under 1,200 meters in height. We're going to try to reach that by midday tomorrow. We've got a bit of a hike in front of us. We left a bit late. Met a very nice couple just at the campsite there. They've done the full trail. We ended up chit-chatting. That's all right, we'll make up for it. We'll just have to walk a bit faster. Hey, Jenny. This is absolutely amazing. It takes you back into a real Jurassic world in a time before human beings. That's what it looks like here. So untouched. Except that. Out here, unfortunately, everything wants to harm you. Look at these bad boys. Yeah, pretty nasty things. So we're quite happy we've got a trail here and don't have to cut through the bush. So we're going to try to. Oh, there's one. You don't want to walk into this one. That's always the problem with these big backpacks. They stick up like this. They're well balanced. But they tend to rub on everything that you're trying to get under. Because you're trying to get under, you're actually raising your height a little bit. where we get our feet wet for the first time. Jenny's still trying to rock off it. Nah, I was gonna get wet regardless. Might as well get them wet now. Most of the island's interior is covered in dense rainforest and mangroves, only broken up by the creeks and mountaintops. There we go. This is the end of the trail for us and the beginning of the unknown. As you can see, the rangers put up a sign for recent croc sighting, so we've got to be super vigilant. Just got to find a way to get back into the creek. This trail hasn't been walked in ages, so, well, it's not really a trail. Anyway, we're just finding some GPS coordinates of someone else who's walked the track, but that could have been years ago, we don't know. But it is a way. At the moment, we're just trying to find a way closer to the creek by avoiding the deep water, because of the crocs, obviously. Tough going, rock hopping, not easy. Jenny's struggling a bit, but she's doing well, very well. Very proud of her so far. Grumpy. Yeah, can't blame her. This is a very tricky route to take, especially when you're lumping around 15 kilos on your back, and there is no trail at all. Worst thing is, we have no idea what this trail is like. Well, I shouldn't say trail. This route is like further up. Check out these beautiful little pools you've got here. Crystal clear water. The first time I get a glimpse a bit closer of the mountain that we're trying to get up to. It is a full-on mission. Yeah, we're rock hopping and it's super slippery.
With a heavy bag, hard to balance.
That's right, super hard.
I almost knocked myself down so many times on the rock.
You know what is the best thing? To come and explore these remote places that hardly everyone goes to. So every once in a while you come across gems like this. Check this out. Wow, that's amazing. Check this out, Jen. Crystal clear water. I hope you can see it, because there might be, I see some reflections in the GoPro. That's amazing. Well, it's going to be hard to beat this campsite.
That one is nice.
Check this out. Wow. That is the clearest water. That would be any closer to civilization. it'll be a tourist destination, 100%. Looks like someone has stuck these rocks up down there. Amazing. And another small waterfall over there. Comes to show how quickly you can turn, eh? Just now Jenny was fuming going through that dense vegetation and the small pebbles in the creek, and now we come to this open area and it's just amazing. Alright, after a lot of shuffling and climbing, we finally found something that is halfway flat. Jenny's going to get a bit of sand now and try to put it on here just to make it a little bit more even. That's the problem when you're on these expeditions with a tent. It's very hard to find even ground because there's obviously no campsites anywhere near here. Not even talking about trails, so we don't want to cut anything in the forest. It's a national park, so we are trying to find a place that's fairly even ground. We marked a couple of spots on the way up, but the last one we found was about 800 meters backtracking and we didn't want to do that. We found this, it's not bad. Have a look at this, man. We've got a little pool. Now look at that. How cool is this? It did take a lot longer than I thought it would, but that's all right. We pretty much spent all day for 8 kilometers because it's so difficult rock hopping, and I got to go back and help Jenny. And the idea is tomorrow to break camp early, leave our big packs behind here, and then set ourselves a time limit because we actually got to come down from the mountain, pack our gear, and be back in our camp before sunset ideally. We don't want to be hiking through the jungle in the dark. Anyway, we'll go have a shower first now and then cook up some dinner, set up camp. Whitewater Adventures, man, how good is this expedition? Check this one out. So slippery. Fresh! You end the day and you're actually happy about yourself because you've done something, even though it makes no sense really to come up here knowing that we can't get up on this bloody hill. We're still having a good time and we're getting exercise. Yeah.
Had a bit of an average sleep, sleeping on the rock obviously. That's alright, wasn't too bad.
Very beautiful night.
So we made a little update to our expedition after a long night discussion. Ginny wasn't too keen on going through a rainforest up that steep mountain, which is fair enough, I respect that. And instead we are going